biggest game of the year for the Tigers is this weekend. What was the biggest game you played in during your stint in Death Valley? And can you attempt to put into words how electric that experience was for you?
I think it's a little bit cliche, but really every weekend in the SEC is a big game. But I think probably the one that would take the cake while I was in college, I had an opportunity to play against the #1 team in the country my freshman year. I was starting at left tackle at 18 years old for LSU, and we played University of Florida. We upset them. Nobody thought we'd have a chance to get them, and we ended up beating them 28-14, I think was the final score, maybe 28-21. But I just remember how the crowd erupted. The energy was so unbelievable, and everybody sort of just flooded the field after the game, which was the first time I'd ever experienced anything like that in my life, or even saw anything like that. It was a pretty incredible moment.
Now, it's the year 2000, and it's Nick Saban's first year as head coach at LSU. LSU played Alabama at home and won 30-28. Can you describe what it felt like for you and the team walking into Death Valley the night of that game?
Well, just like every weekend in Death Valley, it's unbelievable. All the fans get into it, and certainly big games where they're in the top 10 or you're playing a big opponent that's ranked really high. So I expect the energy level to be pretty high this weekend when they go and play the #1 team in the country, and I do think they have a shot at knocking them off.
All right, now, Nick Saban is not the most liked man on Saturdays in Death Valley. Can you share a few experiences or lessons learned during your time under one of the greatest coaches in college history, and how do those experiences show up in your career as a top producing real estate agent?
I think I actually had a conversation with my coach today, my real estate coach, about his influence on my life and how important it was to see him. At that time, he wasn't the greatest coach in college, in the years of college football. He's become that over the years. And to think back to have the opportunity I have with a lot of one-on-one time with him, because I was a senior that year. It was his first year there, and he was completely revamping the program. I ended up being the team captain that year and got a lot of one-on-one time with him. And that certainly bled over into my real estate career. Very fundamentally based, high standards, high expectations, and a lot of grit from the football activity, I think, goes into the real estate activity, which has paid off dividends for our team.
Having played on the O-line, if you could give any advice to the current offensive line, the team in general, as they prepare for this game, what would it be?
Well, I think ultimately they know the game's won on the line of scrimmage. The offensive line has actually played very well this year. They have a lot of very good players up front. I think the line of scrimmage war is going to be where this game's won, the offensive and defensive line. If they solidify the line of scrimmage, LSU has a good chance of winning this ball game.
Excellent. What's your score prediction for this weekend's game?
I think it's going to be closer than people think. I don't think Alabama's played any great defensive opponents at this point. They've been putting 50 points on just about everybody every weekend, I think. But I think LSU can hold them around 20, 25 points. I think it's going to be a close game, maybe 23-26, 23-27, and hopefully LSU wins late, maybe with a late-time field goal in the fourth quarter. I think that'd be a storybook ending to taking down another #1 football team.
Lewis Williams of the Williams team here at Keller Williams Realty. Thank you.
All right, man.